Okay, what we're going to do right now is we're going to make an orthotic flipper. This is basically a night guard with a tooth on it. What I'm doing first is putting Vaseline on all of the surfaces that we're going to be attaching the orthotic to, so that it'll come off a little bit easier. The only place I don't want to have the Vaseline on is right down here in the front, because I'm going to use the sticky wax to hopefully hold the tooth in place. I'm getting the opposing dentition also, so that I can seat it into place and not have it bind or anything, and make it easier to separate later. Okay, once the Vaseline's done, we're going to use some air and just blow the Vaseline away. Notice I'm holding my finger where I don't want the Vaseline to go. Holding my finger where I don't want the Vaseline to go. Take the gloves off so I don't have any Vaseline on my fingers. And to take the tooth, we've already adjusted the tooth so that it fits into the spot. We're going to put it right about where it's supposed to go, and then heat it right here with some sticky wax just to hold it in place. So if you look at this tooth, we've tried to set it so that it looks just like the other side. If you set it too tall, then with the clear resin on top, it looks like the tooth's sticking up too high. Next, we're going to take some cold cure orthodontic resin. Get a dropper that works. There we go, a little bit more. I want enough so that I can create a dough ball that fits over the top of the tooth. We're going to add our clear orthodontic resin into here. Okay, I'm going to let that set just a little bit. I'm going to put some right on our occlusals so that it just kind of fits into place. I'll put it right here so it actually goes down along the back of the tooth. And I'm molding it right into the inner proximals on the model, on the linguals. A little bit on the back of the teeth.
Mostly in the back, not the front, right?
Now we want it to be right on the back and over the top. Okay, get it roughly to where we want it to go. Now I should have set the pin so it's thick enough. Okay, that's our initial set. And then we're going to take this We'll add some more to it in a few minutes. We're going to take this, put it in the hot water bath, and let it cure. Okay, so now we've run it through the pressure pot. You notice it's a little bit more clear, but when we put our teeth together, we're hitting in the posterior region here on both sides, but not in the front. So what we're going to do now is we're going to mix a little bit more of the resin. Okay, won't be as much this time. Add our powder to the liquid so we can control it. Get it just a little bit thicker this time. If you let it dry out too much, then it becomes less clear. And that's kind of doesn't look as pretty that way. So what we're doing now is we're adding just a little bit of acrylic right here. We're going to actually change the angle so that it doesn't slide down as much. At least I'd rather do it that way. And we're taking it just over the edge. And I want just a little bit over the edge back here so the patient has something to grab onto to take it in and out. We'll do it on both sides. Okay. Then we'll take this, make sure that it touches. And now we're almost there. We've got just a little gap right there, so we're going to tap this just a little bit. There now. We're hitting all the way around. That's where we want it to be. And we're going to go cure it some more. So we've put the model back in place. Now we're checking with our articulating paper to see if we're hitting every place that we want to. We're not hitting back here on this side, we're hitting a little bit heavy here in the front. So we're going to just take a burr and we're going to just grind this back just a little bit. We're just adjusting the bite. Then we check again. As I pull through, it's not touching back there in the back, but it is here in the front. We continue doing this until everything fits properly. Once we've done that, then we're going to trim it back so we're about 2 to 3 millimeters from the neck of the teeth all the way around. We'll probably take the whole thing off of the model. These edges right here, we're going to trim it so that it looks good. These areas where it's flown over the edge, we want it to come right over the edge, but we want to leave a little spot back here in the back, and maybe even right here in the front, so that we can tease the appliance out of the mouth. And then it'll be ready for, we'll smooth and polish it and be ready for delivery.